guys, fire away when you're ready.
Gareth, no more games now to the World Cup. What sort of shape do you think the team's in?
Well, I was really pleased with tonight. Most pleasing was that to make 10 changes and still maintain the fluidity and the fluency of the game. A little bit different in that, obviously, slightly different profile of players. So we maybe didn't get as many men in the box at times. But I think the general patterns and the defensive side of the game, good. Couple of lapses of concentration. Movement of the ball was good. Players taking up good positions, and we looked a threat. You know, we had energy, pressed really well. Super, first goal was wonderful strike. And we've got real competition for places. So if I look at the 3 weeks we've had, I couldn't be happier with the preparation, physically, tactically, and in the togetherness of the group. We've already been through a little bit of adversity together, if you like, in certain areas, and I think that's brought them close. So very pleased with what they've done. The players, for me, epitomised by Tom Heaton, Adam Lallana, Jake Livermore, who've been on standby with us. Their approach to all of the training sessions, their commitment to the team in what is a difficult role to fulfil has been absolutely outstanding, and I know all of the team appreciate what they've done. Hopefully we don't have an issue, and we're not calling on them, but they're ready if we need them, and they've really, for me, embodied what the spirit that is there at the moment.
A few players really caught the eye tonight. I mean, Rashford, obviously, in particular. Can you just talk about his performance? I guess it's the response you absolutely wanted.
Well, it's not a case of a response. He, for me, at the end of the season, he cares so much. You can see he's trying too hard, and I said to all of the team before the game, I expect to see mistakes tonight, and if I don't, then there'll probably be a problem, because we won't be trying to be as good as we might. And with attacking players in particular, if they're going to try things and take people on and be creative, they're going to lose the ball and they're going to make errors. But then they might produce some of the moments that we saw from Marcus tonight. And I mean, the goal was world class, really. But he played, he's teasing defenders by the touchline, and his performance wasn't perfect, but he was enjoying his football, and that was great to see. I've got 11 or 12 that are going to be difficult to leave out, because there is genuine competition for places. I think everybody saw that tonight. That's what we said to the players before the game. It wasn't first team played Nigeria and second team played today. We've got really good players across the two lineups. In certain positions, players that can affect the game in a different way. Obviously Delph as an 8 is a different type of player to Delhi as an 8, but very effective tonight. And we will have different moments in games where we need those different types of players.
Paul Joyce.
Yeah, we've just checked. He was fine. Him and Maguire were both sort of feeling things towards the end of the game, but medical team say no serious concerns. So he was going to run after the game. So I'm assuming if that was fine.
Matt Lawton.
No, as far as I know, I mean, you always need to check in again the next day, but certainly nothing serious from what we've got.
Matt Lawton.
Gareth, can you just tell us how you felt Danny Rose did tonight, and your view on amazing interview?
Yeah. Well, firstly, incredibly brave and honest, and as a team, we're hugely supportive of what he's done. I think it's been a relief for him to speak about it, having talked to him today. But most importantly, from his point of view, he wants to put it now behind him. It's something that he feels he's come through, and he was really keen that the focus turns to his football. So it was brilliant for him that he had a game today. Coming back to Leeds, special for him. And in the first half in particular, I thought as well as I've seen him play for quite a long time. So we know his quality. The big challenge for Danny has been that he's had a lack of match minutes this season. But this period he's starting to get there, and that's brilliant for all of us.
Would you know your team if you had to name it tomorrow, or has the last 3 weeks made it even more difficult?
Yeah, it's more difficult, no question. There's some serious decisions to take, and but in a good way. If I was sitting here thinking, blimey, we've got nobody to play there and nobody to play there, then it would be a very different situation. So we asked the players to give us competition for places. I can't start complaining when they do.
Gareth, you mentioned the adversity in the squad and how to replace it. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, I guess just some of the individual situations like Danny's and like Raheem's that have come up and have allowed us to talk about different things and support each other. And this is a really together group. It's one of the things that the three boys that have been on standby have talked about when I've spent time with them today. And that's not to be underestimated, because I think that gives us a real strength going into Russia.
Gareth, did the atmosphere inside Elland Road vindicate your decision to bring them here?
Yeah, it was not just my decision, but it was brilliant. Fantastic to see so many youngsters lining the route in, which was a huge lift. Then the atmosphere within the ground was brilliant. A little bit of good-natured teasing of the Man United lads, obviously to be expected. Booed in, applauded off. That's the way it has to be. But yeah, brilliant atmosphere, and I know the passion for England up here that shone through. Didn't surprise me, I have to say. It's a wonderful football club with great support, and Yorkshire is a brilliant county to who love their sport. So that was a great experience for us, and was a really good send off.
Simon Page.
Gareth, Ruben Loftus-Cheek was no longer did well, especially in the first half. Not so long ago, we were talking about midfield being a problem area, I guess. Do you feel like you're getting the solutions now more and more?
Yeah, I think that obviously we've slightly changed the way we play, which has allowed us different types of players to come in. But Ruben, we know, is a super talent. I mean, it's still early for him. He's still learning the game, really, which I know sounds bizarre because he's now an England international, but he has so few league appearances that he's incredibly raw. But we believe in him. We know the talent he's got. You can see his ability to hold people off, to his speed of feet, his strength when he's running with the ball. So he's a super exciting talent, and again, he's different to the other players that we have.
Matt Law.
Gareth, we know the players now have got a little bit of time off. Have you yourself got some time off, and do you have any plans of
I'm going to get my hair cut for a start. It's starting to get slightly dishevelled. I'm probably going to try and watch my son play cricket at some point, and then I'm just going to be at home with the family and
you think you'll be able to switch off
absolutely no chance. No, I will. I'll take the dogs for a run, and it's important for all of our staff. I think we've managed to split the camps up pretty well, and I've got to say the support team I've got around me is top, really top in every department. And but they've got to take these breaks as well, because the energy levels needed for a tournament are very high. So we've talked about that a lot as a support team. Important they get that switch off. They can't all, because some are organising logistics of everybody else. But we have to share the load and support each other in those moments. And I've got to practice what I preach. It's important that I switch off. We'll watch the games back and have a couple of calls between Steve and myself and the other coaches, I'm sure. But in this period, it's important to give some time to family and keep perspective right.
Okay, any further questions?
What standby plays, do they go home now?
Yeah, I think that definitely Adam and Tom are going away. Jake might be with us for one more day, but I'm going to talk to him about that over the next couple of days. And but they're all again, they've been brilliant. They've all said, we're there, we're ready, whatever we can do. We wish everybody good luck. And of course, they've played such a big part in us getting to this point. Without Adam's goal in Slovakia, maybe we're not even in the finals. It was such a key turning point after the disappointment against Iceland to get that last minute goal that really set the group up for us. So their contribution's been brilliant.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.